Alright, so we got the hood off, or the other side of the hood off. So we've decided we're just going to pull the head and see what we got. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It was something I was hoping to maybe avoid, but I really don't think it's avoidable at this point. So we're going to pull the injector lines off of it. We're going to take our radiator brace out. We're going to take the steering shaft out, so it means we're going to have to take the grill off. Take thermostat housing, air intake tube, the wiring, which is probably just going to get cut. It might not. I might be nice to it. And we'll see what else arises with that. We got breather tubes, temp sending wire. I don't know what else might attach to the back of the head. I don't know. But alright, so we got all the injector lines off. We got the pump covered, that way no dirt falls on the pump. Starting to take the thermostat housing off here. Got the wiring out of the way. Dad's working on getting some of the head studs loose, maybe. Just kind of see what's going to fight us and what's not. Over here on the other side, I'm trying to loosen all this linkage up here. This thing is being a pain. I'm going to take the valve cover off and see what I can see inside there, because it's really not wanting to move at all, and I really don't want to break anything. Well, got the valve cover off. There's a substantial amount of rust. Makes sense why the third valve linkage didn't want to move at all. Alright, so you can see your third valve linkage is here. It comes up here to this arm here. And then you see the thing, sorry, the camera in there. So this thing here moves down, which allows that spring-loaded shaft to roll like that. And that's what, or actually it rolls the other way. Sorry, excuse me. And that's what moves the third valve. Alright, so we got the rock shaft off of it. Got the thermostat housing off of it. Dad's getting a couple of the head studs loose. I got this loose. That pin there would not come out at all. I did finally get the link moving, but the pin just was not going to have it. But anyway, we went through with a hammer, just lightly, tapped on each of the valve heads. They all actually moved, which is really impressive, except for this one. It went down, but it didn't come back up, which doesn't surprise me. And that one was already down when I pulled the shaft off of it. But that means, hopefully, that there wasn't a whole lot of moisture in it, down in the motor. Because normally, you would expect these to be just every valve in the block stuck. Progress has been made. Got the, I don't know what you'd call it, the spine off of it. Got the steering shaft out. Got the grill off of it. And we got the head popped up. It can't really see much right now, but it doesn't look as bad as I would have anticipated yet. But we're going to go get the tractor with the loader, because that head is insanely heavy. We're going to pull her off of there. Hopefully there's something to work with in there. There's no way it would ever ran. Even if it would have broke free, we would have been in a mess with this here, because all of these rocker arms, every single one except for this one on the end, this one moves. but every other one's stuck. The gas valves, they're all stuck. And we already talked about the regular valves. But yeah, so there's where we stand. So be back in a minute with the head off, hopefully. All right, well, here we are. That's the worst one. It has some kind of a stalagmite growing in there. That's like at least 2 inches tall. Some kind of a deposit of some kind. I don't know. Never seen anything before that like that in my life. And then these two here don't look too bad. At least probably salvageable. And that one definitely is. Shouldn't be any problem there. I'd be surprised if that one is actually stuck. But yeah, I think this is our culprit. So that and the bolster being stuck, the starter drive on the bolster being stuck to the engine doesn't help. Alright, so we got the head off. Really doesn't look that bad. That exhaust valve that was stuck, we pushed it back up, just light tap with the wood block and it popped right back up. So it really is not as bad as I would have expected, honestly. I think we've got a winner here. I don't see any cracks. We're going to wire wheel it off and take some quick looks. I think they cracked between the valves. I need to double check. I might be missing something there. I can't remember really. But yeah, if anybody does know anything about these heads, where to look, let me know. Alright, so we wire wheeled it off. There is significant pitting all through here. Other than that, it really doesn't look too bad. I don't see any obvious cracks. All the valves are moving now. We got the gas valves moving. They're not nope, there is definitely a crack right there. Yay. But we did get all the gas valves moving, so if we can get the bottom end unstuck, I'll take it and have it pressure tested, and if it's still pressure tested, then I'll go for it. Alright, so I got the shop vac out. Let's suck that cylinder dry, or not dry, but suck the trash out of it. There we go. And got that one cleaned up pretty good. I actually put some liquid in this one, and it actually all ran out already, maybe 20 minutes. So I don't think that one's going to be too hard to get unstuck, if it's even stuck. This one, on the other hand, it's not draining, so it's probably stuck. That one, I haven't really done anything with other than swept it out yet. Don't really know where to start on that. I guess I'm just going to fill it up. That's what I normally would do. Same with that one. I'm just going to fill all 3 of them up and throw a tarp on it. Come back in a couple days. Look at maybe ordering a head gasket set. I think we get it unstuck. I don't think it'll be a big deal. I could be wrong there, but if we've already got 2 unstuck, this one doesn't look like it'll be that bad. That's going to be our killer. I hope I don't have to buy a sleeve, but that's got some serious growth in it, so I imagine it's going to be extremely pitted. I highly doubt. I don't know. I bet we'll end up having to buy a sleeve or a piston or both for this one before we're done with it. But, we might get lucky. I've been lucky before. Not very often, though. I don't really know what we're going to do with it. So, we've discussed a lot of things. I know where a super M rear end is. This rear end's locked up as far as I can tell. Is it worth messing with this rear end? We should put this put this engine and frame rail on a different rear end. Do we get this rear end unstuck? Do we do what? where do we go with it. But that'll all revolve around if we can get the motor unstuck, if we can get anything to go on in the rear end, if the motor's unstuck, if the head's good enough to use, if. Well, we'll put some oil in them and we'll see what happens. So, until next time, we're going to keep messing with this thing, and you guys have a nice day.